Eddie. They call me Baseline. I grew up in New York, Bayside, Long Island, and I used to always sing and dance in talent shows. I moved to South Carolina in 10th grade, so my father gave me some money to go school shopping, and I went to the pawn shop and I bought a bass guitar. I had to have it. And I've been hooked ever since, man, and I done played with a lot of different groups. I've been lucky to play with a lot of real good guys. I did a lot of playing around Augusta, Georgia. I had a friend of mine named Paisley Gordon. Known to a lot of people, his name is really George Gordon, but he was a guitar player for Parliament Funkadelic, and he was the music director for Van Hunt. So this cat had super chops, you know, he's just like Prince. And I learned a lot of stuff about really what makes a band sound good and how to, you know, understand what my position was in the band from this cat. And, my influences are cats like anybody who could really be funky on the bass. Larry Graham, Louis Johnson, Stanley Clarke. I love Verdine White from Earth, Wind & Fire. I love how he stay in the pocket. Cats like Les Claypool that are legends, that, you know, just real innovative cats on bass. And that's what I try to do. Cats like Bootsy Collins, you know. I just try to just be funky and be there, you know what I mean? Just feel that space that make you want to just nod your head, you know. You find that groove and it's right and it's tight. You hold on and make it funky. And that's what I do. That's why they call me Baseline. I had some friends downtown in Columbia and they told me about Mike and told me that, well, he called me and I'm now on with Velvet Jones and it's happening. And all I can say is I love it, man. And Velvet Jones is here.
My name is Matt Duraj, from Columbia, South Carolina. Been here since I was 5. I got into music from my brother. He was talented as well, and showed me stuff on the keyboard and the drums and guitar and stuff like that. And played in several bands in high school. Ask me something. Okay, influences. I started with Rush, the album of Moving Pictures, progressive rock, and you know, it just pretty much went up from there as far as, you know, my interest. Definitely was something from a mind to chew on, which I enjoyed. So Dream Theater, Alice in Chains, Slipknot, Primus. You know, metal, jazz, that kind of thing, progressive. You know, I'd almost given up hope on Columbia as a. That's probably not a good thing to say. Let's say I'd almost given up hope on Columbia, right? I'd almost given up hope on Columbia as being a spot to, you know, try to put something together. I've, you know, been doing it here for, you know, over 10 years, trying to put together bands and just, you know, having a hard time finding serious guys. And there was a guy at a place where my wife worked who met Mike and let the cat out of the bag that, you know, that he was a singer and I was a drummer, and we got put together and we made it happen. So that was it. It was definitely serious enough for me to take.
No, that's what I go by. From Columbia, South Carolina. I say I'm the keyboard player of the group, but actually, in all reality, I just, you know, tickle the keys every now and then. To be honest, the way how I ran into Velvet Jones is from my man Ed. He hit me up and said he got a group that needs a keyboard player. I figured I'll come out, check out, see what it was all about. Just going off his word, and I know he's good people, so whoever he's messing with, they got to be solid too. So going off his word, I went with them and, you know, started messing around. And I actually liked the music that they were doing. Like, it was really good. They had a lot of different genres that they were going to. Some I've never played. Rock was never in my forte, but it was cool though. It's cool. So I actually like messing with it. My influences. I'm a church kid. Well, I started off as a church kid, I should say. So my influences was nothing but gospel. I say growing up with my peers, I learned R&B, rap, and that's when I discovered I was some sort of a poet. So that's how I kind of got started messing with hip hop, and I think I got really deep into that. But I like all kinds of music, so I say I kind of try to cover most of the genres: alternative, gospel, hip hop, rap, R&B, all of that. But really, I think me being here with Velvet Jonez is a pretty good thing. So hopefully we'll be able to rock out. See how
Phone's real sweaty.
Yeah. All right.
My name is Zach Galifianakis.
See?
My name is Evans McGill. I play guitar in the band. I'm from Greenville. And I guess I started playing guitar to like learn my favorite Metallica riffs, and sort of got pretty obsessive with it. And then auditioned in a fine arts center school in Greenville, where I went for like 3 hours a day just to study jazz, so I could train to go to college. And ended up doing pretty well there. And then went to school in Miami. I got into Miami, and only one of 3 guitar players accepted a year, which was pretty sweet. And studied with a lot of guys there, played in a lot of bands, and ended up back here in Columbia. And I don't know, I played in about like 3 or 4 bands around here. They're pretty solid, never really went anywhere. And I was about to actually leave town, and I got a call from a friend that was telling me that he knew this guy that was looking for a guitar player. And, I was kind of like, whatever, I'm probably not going to call this guy back. But this dude kept calling me like 20 or 30 times. And I finally gave in, and it was Mike, the singer of the band, and he told me about the project. And I didn't know he already had a full band, so that got me pretty pumped. So I just came down, and they were auditioning guitar players, which sort of, adhered to my competitive nature. And I ended up auditioning for the band and getting in, and it's been a lot of fun just playing hip-hop and that sort of thing, because I trained playing jazz in school, and I played a lot of heavy metal and things like that, really technical stuff. This band's sort of more dance-oriented, which is just a cool change. We'll also write like a lot of the music of the band. Me and Trevor, the guy that raps, we pretty much I write like a good percent of the music, and he sort of goes through with the lyrics, and I do like a lot of the programming, like the beats and stuff like that. And just really heavy electronic influence and dubstep influence. And I was really into 9 Inch Nails as a kid, so that sort of has influenced us along the way. And definitely also a big fan of hip hop too.
What's up? Trevor Mercer.
Trez the truth.
Yes, sir. I was born in Hawaii, actually, military brat, but I moved here. This is what I claim is home. What better place to be, Started playing the drums when I was about 10, 12, something like that. This is going all over the fucking place. Choppity chop chop.
Chop chop chop.
Yeah. Beats, my pops got me a keyboard, like an old Radio Shack, and freaking like the radio, like the computer microphone, and there I am making beats in the bedroom, staying up all night, trying to piece together some fire from scratch. And so I've been on it ever since, man. Recording, making beats, spitting rhymes. My influences, Andre 3000 from Outkast is like, Jay-Z, Nas, Big Pun. The list goes on and on forever. I try not to be too much like anybody. I just want to do my own thing, piece together the best, and this is what you get. Seeing music from the back end, being behind the boards, understanding what it takes to produce a track. It's a lot more work behind the scenes than people really realize a lot of the time. So, I just learned how to make hits for your enjoyment. I love making music, but it's stupid to do that for a living. I would never do that. Wasting your time. My boy Matt, we used to work together. I would always bug this guy like, man, I need you to come play the drums for me, dude. You're like the best drummer I've ever seen. And, he was always acting flaky, basically. He gave me a call. He's like, man, I'm in this band, Velvet Jonez. We need an MC. So there I was, there to save the day. Captain Kirk, baby. We're going all the way. I mean, there's no question in my mind. We got some of the most talented individuals on planet Earth. We got really hot music. We got loyal fans. Sky's the limit.
How you doing, folks? Alright, ready? Seriously.
I'm feeling good. We're doing it.
Recording? Oh, but go this way. Cuts it, I'm fucked up. My name is Mike Miller. I'm from New Jersey, from Hackensack, New Jersey originally. And I got into music, school theater, and things like this. I was in the chorus and things like this, and I did all that kind of stuff. I got into the idea of performing and, got some responses that I liked, so I stuck with it and kind of learned a little bit here and there from an audition for making the band, and it was I had no idea what it was for. Ended up being an audition for a boy band. This is really weird because there. I ended up making it and got on the show, and then felt all good about everything. And then they cut my ass. They cut me off the show. Went and met up with some of the other guys from the show, put another band together. We had a little bit of a run. We had like the 2 seconds of fame, not the 15 minutes per se. It was good times though. No, we had a good time. I learned a lot about the industry, a lot of things that I didn't like and that I need to learn so that if I was going to try it again, it would be a little less painful. Found out that there was this little town, Columbia, that had all these, artists here, and ended up coming here with the idea that I would, find some musicians that would be, down to go ahead and take this thing to the next level. I ended up finding a drummer where I was working at the time through his wife, and I met Matt. That's Matt, right there. We took a long time, but we found the right guys and put the thing together, and that's where we're at now. So influences for me are kind of funny because I had like 2 different sets. In my I'm under the influence of marijuana right now. No, my mother and father are from the Caribbean, so I didn't hear any like top 40 music in my house growing up. All I heard was just salsa, merengue, and reggae music, and I didn't hear like much of anything different unless I was watching TV or anything. We went to we moved. I lived in Argentina for a while and kind of started listening to rock down there. It was really accepted, so that's where I first started listening to rock, and that's when I was like 14 years old. And I liked it a lot. Somebody gave me a fucking a Megadeth CD, and I liked it. I liked that, and kind of opened my mind to everything else it could be, And so I started listening to that down there. And then when I got back to the country, I got into like hip hop and a little bit more R&B and soul music. But from back in the day, I kind of discovered the old soul late. So for me, my influences go from everywhere from like, the Michael Jackson era kind of pop thing in the 80s to the Motown. I love the Motown thing back in the day. And of course, a lot of that Caribbean salsa and merengue and reggae was just kind of in there for me from the beginning. As far as where I see the project going, I think Velvet Jones is funny because when I moved here, I didn't know that I was going to get what I was looking for. I was hoping. And now it's taken like over 2 years, and we finally found out, and we got the sickest lineup of everybody, and everybody's gradually becoming better and better as we go along. It's like a happy surprise to see, And now we're on the up and up, and looking forward to what we know the entertainment industry has in store for us and what we have in store for it.